Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, for the people that were not in the class when I first started, I will make this announcement again. On the internship application is already out. So if you want to apply for the internship, you need to go to the site, our CCG, cityofgov.org/internship-application, and then fill in your application. So the internship is for 3 months and it's very, very intense. So if you don't have 2 to 3 hours daily, please do not apply. And I would advise people that want to apply for the internship to also come for the workshop on Saturday. The workshop starts at 9 a.m. on this Saturday, this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1:30. The workshop is where you're going to have time to practice everything that we've done so far. And if you are struggling with environment, if you have not set anything up, then you could use that opportunity to set it up. And also is an event that you will also use for networking, to also meet people of your that's also in your own shoes, talk to people. I know the last time people have made friends and they still keep them. So because of that, and also it's the time for you to actually meet some of the tutors like myself, have one-to-one chat, and so that who knows, you might meet at interviews, so I will know the face. So yeah, so please, if you are interested in internship, please apply. And if you do want to apply, also you need to come for the workshop on Saturday, because the workshop, when we start internship, it's going to be a lot of practicals and it's going to be project based, and it's not the time for you to start saying I've not got my environment set up, I've not done this. So it's not the time, it's already done. I know last time people traveled all the way from Edinburgh for the internship. I know they never regretted it. So if you are anywhere in the UK, there is no exemption at all. So you need to be at the workshop if you want to be if you want to apply for the internship. Then also at 2 o'clock on Saturday 19, which is also this Saturday, we're going to have the inauguration of the school. So by God's grace, the MP of our borough will be there. The mayor also is going to be there. So I'm looking towards having an handshake with the mayor and also with the MP. So yeah, I'm looking towards that actually. So it's going to be the inauguration of the school finally. So, and then we're going to be running as a formal organization. And so please, you should be there. Okay, 1 minute. Some people are complaining they can't hear my voice properly. Okay, so as I was saying before, so the MP, the mayor, and some councillors are going to be there at the event. So please, yeah, if you have a chance, please do attend. So okay. Last week we did the login page. So today I said we're going to focus on the assertion. We're going to focus on assertion today. We're going to look into how assertion is done, and then how different assertion that you can get. I'll try to also cover that. Then after that, we work on registration, which is going to be like from beginning to the end. How you might have to delete this and start from beginning. So, but we need to finish this. Last week we actually get to this point. So, but I know there was an error that we did not actually fix last week, but we're going to go through from beginning for the registration today, and then we'll be able to see that. Okay, all right, cool. Let's continue. So what I want to do now, I will quickly run this and see what we've done. Can you see my browser if that's okay? Okay. And okay. So yeah, that is that part. So quickly, I will just try to debug it, going through one step. So to debug, I can put a breakpoint. You just need to click at this point where you want to put your breakpoint. So that's the breakpoint. Just click where you want to break the breakpoint. So that I want it to stop at this point. Then right click and say debug, so that I will see each step, how each step is doing. So the first thing it does now, so I think I've already put a breakpoint on the before scenario actually, so that's where it went to the before scenario. Before the scenario starts, it goes and try to initialize our Chrome driver. So to continue, you have two options. Is either you press F10 or F11 as we are in the training. So what I normally do is to press something that is visible to everyone. So what I'm going to do is, so if you look here, you will see step into and you see step over. So, and we are going to be using these two. So now we're going to use step over each one of them. So step over that. So you can see what that does. It opens your browser for you. That's basically what that particular step is doing. Then you continue. So now it actually gets to this point, giving a navigate. I do want to say step over, because if I say step over, it's going to execute this line together, so I won't be able to see what code is underneath. So but I want to be able to see which code this is going to run. So for me to see that, I need to step into that particular code. So now I say step into, which is your F10. So step into that. So then this is my giving I navigate, right? So then it's going to execute these two lines. The first one, I need to step over it. So now that navigates to the URL that we specified. Okay, that's done. And the next step now maximize that particular window. So that is done. Then that is gone. So it takes us back to the feature file. Move to the next line. So now I want to step into that also. So I want to step over all this. So then it goes into when I click on login. So I want to step into that and see what actually is in my click login. So I click on step into. So my click login just calls the login page object and click on it. So I would step over. So I would step over that. So I think having done that, you can see the login is clicked and we are on the login page right now. So I'll continue. So the next one now, I don't want to step into, I want to step over it. So it just enter username and that's it. So I will say step over. So if I bring the email has been written and now I'm going to use my mouse now also for that. So step over F10. So that also it should enter the password. So now for the click login button, I want to step into. So I can use my mouse F11. So that step into that. Then it clicks on sign in. So now you should expect that after I step into that to click on the sign in button. So that is it. It clicks on the sign in and we get that error message. So because that particular user is not registered. No. Okay, so I have been able to step into the code. So, and what we've done is just log in, click on login, but we are not able to log in. The next step is for us to now confirm or verify that we are able to log in. So how do we do that? We put a then statement. I am logged in. So apparently there's a method that we've already done, so which we can bring into the I am logging to the site. We can bring that one also in instead of writing this. So I can click on that and say, yeah, that's what I want. So then if you step into that particular step definition, so we have this already created. So now what do we need to write here? So we need to verify that you are logged in. So how do you do that? One, you go to your page object. Then what you do on the page object? You create an element. Then after that, on the page object also, you create a method to confirm if the element is visible. Then on the step definition, you call the element, you call the method. So those are the three things that we want to do. But the first thing you want to do here is on our page object, we want to create an element there. So let's go to the site. Okay, so for instance, if I logged in completely and it is successful, my name should show here. That's one way to know that I am logged in. So my name should show and I should be able to confirm that. So I can get this element and confirm that that element is visible. So that is one. Or I can confirm that the login, logout is visible. You can only log out if you log in. I can confirm that that is visible. So that's one way. Or if I don't do that, I can also confirm, for instance, if I logged out right now, and I log in again, so I can confirm that I am not seeing this login again. That's one way, because if you try to log in and you put a wrong password, then what happens is you won't see the logout, you only see the login. So if you see the login, that means you've not been able to successfully log in. That's one way. Or I can also validate that I don't see this error message, which I think should be the what we need to use. I've just gone through a different way to do that. So let's try to use this to see if this message is displayed. Then the error, that means that we've not actually validated it. We've not actually logged in properly. So now let's do that. So to get this element, then you right click, and then we have told we're going to go through how to inspect elements maybe next week. So because I want you to go end to end in this particular class, then from there we take each one of them one after the other. Why do we use this particular class? Why do you do that? So for this is one. So today I want you to be able to say you're able to create a test framework from beginning to the end. So now let's right click and say copy. If you copy XPath, let's see what that is. Control F. I want to see what that XPath, paste that into there. Okay, I think that makes sense. Okay, so that is the div. Okay. So in the next class also, when we are talking about inspect elements, I will actually go through what is this and how is this being generated. When you say ID, which I think last week I mentioned about relative XPath and absolute XPath. So in the next class, when we talk about inspect elements and how DOMs are created, or how XPath is created and CSS is created, we go through this in full. That will be maybe half of the class. We do look into that. But today, let's just copy that and use that in our page object. So now let's go to our page object for the login. We already got some page objects written for other one. We follow the same format that we've done. So we use finds by, then how is equal to how dot. So now we are going to find our element by XPath. So and using is equal to. So now we paste what we just copied. Okay, this is a very good way to see if I copy that, I found this. So we're going to correct this now, because we're going to paste them in a quote like this into apostrophe. So we need to change that. So this is using double quote. So let's change that to single quote. So, and you can still find it. If you find this, it's going to change to yellow, and you know that that particular element that you're looking for is being found, and it's going to be highlighted also this way. So for instance, if I put 2 here, you can see it's another object. So you can use that to confirm if your element is found. So that's what we are looking for, and that's okay. So it should be highlighted there and also highlighted there. So this element is still found. So to bring this, I think I didn't actually say, if you right click, you can say find, or we can inspect, or click on F12. So when you do that, you can either drag this click on that, then select what you want to say. That should take you there. So there's different way to do that. That should take you there. And after that, Control F to find it. So once you already copy what you are looking for, like I have done, so I think where's that? Okay. If I copy, let me copy it again. Copy, then I can paste it here. That's it. So okay, let's go ahead. So okay. Oh, sorry. I think I said we need to put that in a single quote. And paste that. So that is not bringing errors that we had before. So however, if you still want to use the double quote, there's a way to do it actually. So what you need to do is to escape it. So instead of the double quote, you can do that. You can put double quote here, but you need to escape it. You need to put slash. That's my. You need to do like that. So to replace the double quote. So because in C# that is now taken as double quote. But if you don't do that, it's going to as if that it's like you are writing an English statement. You start your paragraph and you put a double quote to say Deji said, and you put double quote, and then inside that they also say something. Sometimes you get confusing that which one is the beginning of the paragraph of the word and which one is the end. But the same way, if you have the double quote here, you have the same issue. So what you need to do, you can either escape it, so then it's no longer double quote. The same way also you can, if you have that, you need to escape it. But just to be easy, you can just change it to single quote, to be honest. So you will be seeing that when you copy your S path, you would be getting that issue. So you need to know how to escape it. So once we've done that, we'll bring this one. Next line, we need to have private iWeb element. So then what do we call that? We call it error message. So login error message. Let's go. Okay. Then so later as we go, because I don't want to confuse lots of people, we're going to use get and set, but that will come later. So let's just continue on this. So as you can see, it's going to say it's never been assigned. I know why that is, but just to one step, a baby step, then later we use get and set later. But okay, now we've got our page object for that particular element. The next one I said is to create a method to validate that particular element is present. So we create a method, public, then that, okay, initial, I will change this later, is, what's it called? Error login present. Displayed. Okay, so now this is what we need to do. So here now is that error message displayed. Wow, we need to say the error message, login error message dot displayed. But now this is a void, but we are going to return a boolean. We are going to return a boolean. We are not, because in all these ones we are not returning anything. We are not returning anything at all. We are not returning anything. But here we need to return a boolean. We need to return true or false. So, and this one returns true or false for you. So it's not returning, it should return something for you. In this one, when you click, that's it. When you send, that's it. but in the validation, you will return a true or false because you want to validate your assertion. So instead of void, that should be bool. So after that, because you are going to be returning something, what you need to do, you put this return. So that should return a boolean for you. So if this particular element, which we call login error message, is displayed, this method is going to return true. If it's not displayed, it's going to even throw an exception, then return false for you. So let's go back to our login step. I said for us to verify that you are logged in, we create our page, our elements in the page object. We create our method to confirm that. Then on our step definition, we call that method. Now this is where we call the method now. So what is the method called? Login. So we call it by the name of the class that we've already instantiated, login page dot. So, and that should be there. Now that should return true or false for you. So I will stop there right now. We'll run it, and then this is one way, but this is not the final way. So, and we'll see what should happen. Let's quickly run that. Okay, so because it is found, and that's where we actually see it being passed. But normally, because it's not logged in, it should be the other way around, right? So that means it should throw an exception if it's not found. So this is what we are saying. This is your invalid login, to be honest. So if you go to the top, right, let's do right now. So we change this scenario now to invalid login. Okay. So, but that is invalid login. But we still look into how to set parameters maybe today or next week. But this is invalid login. So that's it. But now this is not final, right? Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. I just want to change that because we look into the valid login later. So, and I am not logged in. That's what we need to say because it's invalid. So I'll quickly change that. Okay, all right, so that should be linked. So this one, we leave this one for now for when we do the normal login that is not valid, because for that we need to do registration first. So after registration, we do the valid login. So okay, If you run that, that should run. But however, I said this is not the final one. What we need to do also, we need to do a proper assertion. We need to do a proper assertion. So for you to do proper assertion, you can do assert dot. So if you do that, there are different ways to do that assertion. So you can have the Visual Studio assertion or NUnit. If you follow the step that we did before, which is different NuGet packages that we've added, NUnit is one of the NuGet packages that we've added. So if you do that, you're going to see NUnit as part of the assertion framework that you can use. So let's use that right now. So then I'll say assert dot. So you can now say different assertion that you can use. Is it equal? Is it true? Is it false? Does it contain? So is it greater? So different things based on what you want to assert. So you have all this at your disposal to use, or you want to assert that, so or it's 0 or different things that you want to do. 1 minute, there's a question coming. So yeah, I will repeat it again. For the assignment, most especially people that are going to be doing the internship, you have assignment number 1. So we've done invalid login scenario. So now you need to do for the login to the site, valid login scenario. And also you need to now do other invalid login scenarios. The other invalid login scenario example is when you enter valid username and you enter invalid password. And also it's possible that you have valid password and also invalid username. So, but there are different scenarios that you can actually combine together for you to have valid invalid scenario. So your assignment is to write a scenarios for both of them, for the invalid and also for the valid ones. So okay. The assignment is due on Wednesday. The internship starts on Monday next week. So, but the assignment is due on Wednesday. So you need to put it on GitHub and post it on GitHub. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So that is our valid one done. So we're going to have a break and then we start with registration. So we start from beginning of what we started from registration. What's going to happen